Hey Moguls, it's Dr. T here. I am the Mogul Maker coming to you with another big upgrade today. And today we're really going to mogul on up so we can be that amazing, powerful, influential person, building our empires, creating our dynasties, elevating our entire reality so we can build our ultimate destiny. Okay, this is the key. So stay tuned and let's get this upgrade done. All right, Moguls, here's the thing. Every elite power player you see at the highest levels has mastered one thing, and this is the art of power and presence. Now, this is important because it's not just about money, it's not just about status, it's about the energy you bring into the room, the authority you command, and the moments you create. All right, so power, as we really look at this, power is a frequency, right? Presence is an art form. And once you master these two, you don't then have to be like chasing influence. You literally become the force that other people gravitate toward. Okay, so today I'm giving you the blueprint to really move, speak, and command influence like the world's top moguls. Okay, so let's lock this upgrade in. Let's just dive right in and get to it. Okay, mogul. So step one is power versus presence. All right, these are two forces that you really must master. All right, there's a difference between power and presence. Power is more like the influence, the ability to move markets, shape industries, dictate the future, things like that. Presence is more of like a magnetism. It's the more like the energy or the aura that people have that really make people stop, connect, listen, and really respect your voice and yourself even before you speak. Most people, quite honestly, never really master either of them. And this is why they tend to stay invisible. Um, this is why people kind of like blend in to the noise, sort of into the background. And that's why people sort of end up invisible, unseen, unheard, and, depending on what they're doing, they remain unfollowed. But as moguls, we can own both power and presence. Okay. This doesn't mean you have to be the loudest voice in the room, but you do need to be the most like undeniable force. That's the best way to think about it. So when we think about this would be good for you guys to like drop a comment on what you feel you need to strengthen more, right? Your power or your presence. What do you think? Moving on, step two is really about how to move like a mogul, commanding the room like without having to say a word. So think about this, moguls. Before you speak, your presence has already told the room everything. And when you really think about it, elite power players, they do not like, they're not like rushing. They're not antsy. They're not angsty, right? They're not like seeking approval. And they're certainly not shrinking. They own their space. They walk with intention and they project certainty even when they're just being quiet, they're just silent. Okay, so let's just check in on how you can instantly upgrade your presence. One of the things is to just get like easy with yourself and like slow down your movements. Rushed energy equals insecurity to people. Stillness is more of this feeling of like dominance, really, when you think about it. Also, hold eye contact longer than is typical, or even really comfortable. It's often the most like vulnerable, weak people that look away first. And the top moguls really do more of like locking in, right? They're really locking in that moment, in that power, in that presence. And the other thing they do is really like control their tone, right? So the more powerful you are, the less you need to prove. So you speak with clarity, not urgency. Okay, so master those three, and you're going to shift the energy in any room that you're in instantly. Moving forward on this upgrade, okay, step 3 is really the power of influence. That is how to make people follow you, like in a way that's not forceful, right? So it's interesting. You think, I want to be influential and I want to help people and I want to upgrade them. But when we get into forcing things, that's the opposite of power. So real influence is not about control. It's not about pushing and forcing. It is about alignment. Okay. So the world's most powerful people, they do not like demand attention. They're not like tantruming about attention. They create more of a vision, more of a reality that people want to follow. That's the commanding aspects of them. That's why people then pay attention, right? And they communicate also in a way that activates people's highest potential. Just like they're just being themselves, and it just absolutely activates people into another level. The other thing is they really embody a future, and they're like architects of this future. They're visionaries. They're like existing in it. And this future is so compelling that when they are just connected with it, people just want to be a part of it. And this makes others feel a lot bigger, a lot more expansive, and they want to go along with that. And that's one of the marks of being a mogul, is like they're really they're making people feel bigger in their presence, not having people shrink. This is why the biggest like power play that you can make is never just about money. That's a misnomer when it comes to power. It's movement, right? So getting people move, it's like we say, oh, that movie moved me. What does that really mean? Right? It means that something was stirred in you. You were moved, right? And your empire, your dynasty, the reality that you are here to make is only as strong as the way in which you're able to create movement with people. Okay, so if you're ready to step into that level of influence, I would really love you to click the like button on this, because that just tells me like you're amped up, this is what you're wanting to do, and it tells me we're on track here. The next part of this upgrade is really about mastering the energy of authority. Okay, this is key, moguls. This is how to make your name, your actual name, carry weight. Okay, so think about this. Your name alone should shift the energy in the room. That's real power and influence. That means when people hear it, they should associate it with power and presence and things like that, that it really, again, they call people to attention. And think about this. You want your name to open doors even before you arrive. That's when it gets really good. All right. Your reputation should really have people trying to figure out how to get close to you. How do I get proximity to this person? That's when you're really into the mogul zone. Okay. And that kind of thing, it just won't happen by accident. right? It'll happen because you've built this mogul identity, this mogul reality, and a track record of excellence, right? Your results speak for themselves, but they're speaking before you enter the room. An unshakable personal brand, right? Which I consider a reality. You built a reality. And your name then, and that brand name is the greatest currency. It's kind of amazing when you think about it. A network of powerful allies for sure is a very big part of this, because moguls move with other moguls, and that's just the way it is. All right. And this is how the elite players solidify their legacy before they enter a room. These are all these mogul components working together to elevate the person, their empire, their dynasty, their reality. And this is how this stuff gets done. Moving on to the rest of this upgrade, which is really about why you've got to build a mogul network, right? You've got to have your mogul crew. You've got to have this bunch, this, this club of your own. Let's get real here, right? Power is not built alone, right? It is an absolute collaboration, and presence is magnified by association. That's just the way it goes, right? If you're not surrounded by high level people, by people who are operating more at an elite level, more at a powerful level, then you're likely playing way too small, right? And that's where things are going to stay, which if it were, years ago, you might have been able to get away with that, but we're not in that reality anymore. Everybody's going to need to go big. All right. And you're going to need those allies. You're going to need that network. And this is exactly why I created the International Moguls Club, right? So I've got the community here on YouTube, but this is also why we do the transformational club that we do. So people can be connected to other moguls who are upgrading and changing the world, right? And this is where we have people that are more powerful, more empowered, and this is very important, those who aspire to be. This is the key piece of the profile. Those who want to be powerful, right? And this is where future moguls get activated. This is where we build dynasties, empires, ultimate destinies and legacies that are going to expand through time. All right. So for you, I want you to hit that subscribe button if you're ready to operate at that highest level of power and presence and influence. Okay. And remember, because you're on a transformational trajectory and an ascension path, I want to make sure you have the resources you need in order to upgrade. So just make sure you check the links in the description of this video. You're going to find my best-selling transformational books, and very important that along this mogul path, you understand what your human design architecture is. So I want you to get your free human design report, because I'm telling you, moguls, if you don't know your purpose, you're never going to command power. Okay, let's wrap this up by really understanding that you are the force that shifts reality. And moguls, this is your moment. I'm so happy for you. This is your moment to transform. You're not just participating in this world. You're not just a bystander. You're not off to the side. I can't believe all of my life I've watched people just think like the world is doing its thing and they're just like inconsequential. It drives me nuts. Everybody is creating the world, and if everybody doesn't upgrade and grow into what they're supposed to be, no wonder the world, the entire environment, can only be as elevated as any one person is willing to elevate themselves. Of course, you're not just participating in this, moguls. You're shaping it. You are making the world. So when you think about the material of you and how it's going, is it high frequency? Where is it? So stop this thinking that you're on the sidelines or somebody else's job. You are not here to be a passenger. You are here to shape the world. Your presence is an energy that transforms any room you step into. So we want to make sure it's that mogul energy, right? And your power is a force that creates movements that at the most amazing level will outlast you. All right. So I want you to really get into this mogul energy. I want you to step into it fully, own it completely. And I want you to start moving through life like the mogul you were born to be. Okay, moguls, I'm really excited for you to receive this upgrade. Make sure the transmission goes all the way in, get it into your DNA, get that mogul frequency activated. And if you want to get more upgrades and you want to immerse more and get more elevated, check out the next video. And this is going to help you both elevate your frequency. It's going to help you achieve more mastery and ultimately help you master mogul reality. All right, moguls, go for it. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.